Hello, friends. Lunchbox here on another fishing adventure to Falcon Lake, Oregon. This is a lake primarily trout. Uh, so this is actually my second day here. I usually like to go out on the lake first and try to get my bearings and try to just find the fish myself before a lot of people, before they go out to a lake, they look up everything and they know exactly what to come with. They know exactly, everything about that. I generally like to go, I fish in real life, and, half the thrill of fishing is finding the fish, in my opinion. If you just like to go out and slam some fish, great, wonderful. Do it. But that's why I call these series fishing adventures, because I go out and just find my own fish and whatnot. So basically here, I'm in a medium spoon, quarter ounce, 1/0, yellow. Uh, on this lake, I've had a lot of issues with, you can see my line kind of twitching and glitching out. There's some sort of structure or rocks or something down there, and going over that, it flips out my line like that. Oh, I just had a fish there, so I'm run out to the right. See if I can snag him. But yeah, I've had some. The first day kind of slow, obviously trying to find your own fish. It ended up here. I was able to pull out some fish here, and I will say this lake, if you're throwing the right lures, you can catch a lot of trophies. I've noticed it's pretty easy to catch trophies in here. I'm using a small bait cast setup here. Got a 6-pound test on this, which is, in my opinion, I'm getting decent experience for these fish. I did buy the catfish pack, but I'm not using anything with the catfish pack here. All of it's too heavy. It's not the right stuff. Whatnot. I've also heard a lot of mixed reviews on people that buy people that buy packs. That this is a pay-to-win game, things like that. I completely disagree. You can have the best gear in the world, but if you can't find the fish, you're not going to catch anything. Having the right gear just makes it easier to land the fish once you actually get them. But your experience that you get from each fish is based off the type of gear you're using. If you're throwing out, 30-pound tests on a 30+ drag reel and a big rod, catching these little guys, you're not going to be getting very much experience at all, and the level grind is going to be terrible. So you might be making some money with that, and people have their own opinions. When you're leveling, obviously experience is key. Money is also very important as well, so you can keep up with gear. But so far, every lake that I've been to is decently light tackle. Bass, the grass pickerel, walleye, things like that. I mean, they're not big fish. You need something like this setup here. I've used this setup for so long. It's my line is just freaking out right now. Kind of annoying. Oh, fish on. Kind of annoying, but I don't even, as you saw, my retrieval is just really, it's like a lift and a stop and go at the same time. I can't get anything to register right over that spot there, but it doesn't seem to matter. You can just throw it out there, wiggle it in any different fashion, and you'll get something. This one feels a little better than the others. Ooh, running at me. Almost lost him. This lake is very, very pretty. I enjoyed fishing on this lake. The scenery is amazing. It's a decent-sized brown trout. Very pretty fish. We're going to see if we can get onto some trophies, and maybe even unique. That would be very fun to catch, see what kind of experience we're getting off that. Brown trout. Alright. here, still throwing the same spoon here. It's not too much time after the last recording there, so I'm just letting it sink to the bottom, about 120-ish out, 120 feet out. Let it sit there for a little bit. I don't know, you have your superstitions every time. Every fisherman has their own superstitions. I like to leave my lure out there for just a sec and start my retrieval once it hits the ground. Doing a lift and drop here. You don't need to get a 3-star lift and drop or 3 tick or whatever. I have hits on 0, I have hits on 1, 2, doesn't matter in my opinion, but maybe for the uniques it's important to have a perfect retrieval, but as long as you can get them to bite, I guess. Oh, fish on. Oh, he's pulling line on me. Come on. Well, it's coming in a little easier now. Let's see what we got. Looks kind of like a 4-pound rainbow. Very nice trophy. Decent experience on that, as you can see. Decent cash, and it wasn't too hard. Beautiful fish. Oh, here again, same lure. When you have fish on. When you have luck with the lure, I just keep at it. Need to fill up my net here. So I'm only recording some of the trophies from now on. It's definitely not hard to get something to bite at this lake. I'm fishing over here by the kayaks, by the kayak spawn, and pretty much, as you can see, you know, sometimes I throw out towards the rock, sometimes I throw straight out. I've been having some pretty good luck here. See, he's putting up a decent fight. Let's see what we got. If I can bring this guy in. He was pulling a little line on me here. Not coming in as easy as the others. You know, sometimes you can tell by how hard they fight, obviously, with how big they are, and in most cases you can pretty much tell. But I've had some times where I have a hard fighting fish, really, really hard. And you bring them in, and it's just an average fish, maybe even smaller than normal. What do we got here? Another trophy rainbow, a little bigger than the other one, almost 4.4. Decent money, decent experience. Not the best, in my opinion. Personally, like catfish, going for a little bigger fish, but not too much of that. Little night fishing action here. We are on the peak, 3 a.m. going to the kayak spot. Like to fish in the public rooms. Like to talk to people every now and then, see what people are catching. So I think we're gonna throw this holographic lure, and we're gonna try it out. See what kind of action we get. So I was fishing over in this spot over here. I'll show you. Just wanted to see. So right there. And see that rock that I'm casting towards right there? I'm seeing a lot of people fishing over in this direction, out towards that rock. I've been trying it a few times, and I've been having some decent luck with it. It's, I mean, I've had luck almost every place, but here it seems every other cast, pretty much, as long as you're fishing decent hours, you can hook up with something. So I'm going to start a little lift and drop here, and see what, oh, was that a bite? That was a bite. Alright, so fish on, you can see, what I get, two little lifts, just got slammed right away. So using the narrow spoon, 3/4 ounce, 3/0, going for some little bit bigger fish. Hopefully maybe throwing a 3/0 is gonna filter out some of the smaller fish. I've noticed that doesn't always work either, especially with the smaller fish with the bigger mouths. You know, obviously largemouth, of course. Some other lakes, smallmouth even. You know, they can hit some pretty big hooks and lures. They still, you know, even though they're smallmouth, they still got pretty, you know, bigger mouths compared to some other fish. So what do we got here? Didn't fight too difficult. Trophy rainbow trout. 3.554. So you can see I just leveled there on my last fish. So I am making progress at this lake, making some cash. Alright, we got fish on, running at me. Switched it back to my bread and butter, 1/0, 1/4 ounce. Night fishing was fine. It just kind of didn't catch anything notable. Didn't want to be like, oh, rainbow trout, 2-pound rainbow trout. Congratulations. Trying to show you some decent fish here, so this guy will not come up. I drag him onto land here. Come on. I'm like picking him up out of the water. Get over here. Whoa, what? 5.394 pound unique rainbow trout. Thank you, Mr. Indonesia. That is very cool. Experience on that definitely is a lot better than the others. That's pretty cool. Find a unique, very pretty fish. Definitely looks like a bigger, definitely hefty fish. But only a pound bigger than some of the trophies we've been catching. But the experience is definitely worth it. That was awesome. So I caught that on the medium spoon, 1/4 ounce, 1/0, yellow, thrown at the rock. Lift and drop. Thank you guys. Abrupt cut. Here's a trophy rainbow trout. So yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. After that unique, I think everything else, you know, trophies, we know how to catch those. We know how to catch all the small ones. That spot over by the rock there, casting from here out to the rock, wonderful. We've caught many different species of fish. There's some other species here that I might come back and try to hit later on, but for now, I think I'm going to call that a day here at Falcon Lake. It's been wonderful down here in Oregon. My fish keep is not full, but I will stay here and pay for my trip. And then I will be heading home, and I will be making a video on the next lake. I don't know exactly which one I'm going to pick, but I am going to have something else coming out. I definitely am looking forward to hitting the Everglades, but if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button if you had any interest in any of the stuff that I had here. And feel free to comment, and I will answer any questions you guys have. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later.